How is it going, everyone? We've got the final major update on Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, at least from the official Paradox outline. They had the video roadmap, and they have dropped everything from the pre-order trailer to all of the trailers showcasing the various clans. And the final one was showcasing a Toreador, which was supposed to be one of the clans tied to the deluxe edition of the game. Obviously, Paradox has listened to the fan base, which, you know, you can say that, hey, maybe they shouldn't have done it in the first place, but I think whenever you make a error and the fan base gives you the feedback and then you course correct, that should be commended, given the fact that there are many times where you don't see a course correction, especially this quickly. How they figured it out as quickly as they did, I think, should be commended. So we'll talk about the Toreador trailer, and then we'll also go over the system requirements. I'll give them a lot of credit on this. They have been incredibly transparent. A week before the release of the game's officially out October the 21st. If you're playing this game on PC, they've got it outlined in pure black and white what you're gonna need to run this game, specifications, 7 tiers of system requirements. Always gotta love to see that and give them a lot of credit with that. You know, a little game called Borderlands 4 has been notorious for its poor PC performance. Guess when Borderlands 4 gave you the outline of the system requirements and how to optimize your game? 5 hours after launch, 1 week ahead of the release of the game. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 has got 7 tiers of system requirements. I'm not saying that means that it's going to be an immaculate PC version. I will say it's a very good sign. So we'll get to that in a little bit. Now, before we get into this video, I do want to give you guys a heads up that our friends over at Instant Gaming do have Steam copies of the game a little bit cheaper, down to $49.48. You can get it a little bit cheaper. That is a PC Steam copy. Around the time of the release of the game, you'll get a Steam code and you'll redeem it directly on Steam, and you will be good to go. You'll save a little bit of money. Now, as of the recording of this video, they only have the standard edition in stock. Hopefully, they'll get the other editions in stock closer to release. But the base game, $49.48 if you do want to check that out. Link in the description box below, and if you do buy it using our link, we do get an affiliate kickback, which is much appreciated. But first of all, we do have that final trailer, the Toreador clan trailer, the Clan of Divas, the Toreador. Today, we bring you a new glimpse into the Clan of Divas, meet the Toreador characters of Seattle, and see the seduction in action. Toreador starts with celerity and presence as clan affinities, and Cat's Grace move faster after feeding as the passive ability. On top of that, they showcase some of the various abilities. As the game progresses, you'll be able to unlock the following Toreador disciplines: Entrancing Kiss, kiss an individual to entrance them for a period, making them an ally that will defend you from others. The weaker the will of the target, the longer they will be entranced. Blink, instantly dash to a targeted location. Beckon, put an individual into a docile trance where they will walk to where they last saw you. Blurred Momentum, temporarily boost your reflexes, allowing you to evade damage. And Fleetness, Clan perk, relocate abilities will recharge over time. So that is the final trailer, and you also get to see some of the customization aspects of the clan within the trailer, and some of the vibe of the clan as well. Quite like the voice acting. All the voice acting I've seen from the trailers have set a pretty decent tone for the game, so hopefully that translates into the entirety of the game as well. So Toreador is the final clan trailer for the game, and we've gotten a clan trailer across the board for the 6 major clans of the game. And remember, while it was going to be 4 clans that were going to be in the base game and 2 clans that were going to be premium edition bonuses, now all 6 clans are going to be in the base game. However, buying the premium edition will still grant you story-based DLC, so that might be still something you want to look at. The base game is $59.99, the deluxe edition is $69.99, but the premium edition is what you want if you do want to get the content that I feel like is the most notable, which is the expansion pass. That includes the Loose Cannon story pack and the Flower and the Flame story pack. Loose Cannon will be out quarter 2, Flower and the Flame will be out quarter 3 of next year, and that is $89.99. The expansion pass also comes with the Day 1 DLC and the Santa Monica Memories cosmetic package. Just cosmetic pack. The base game, they now note, like, very plain in black and white 6 playable clans, and then the deluxe edition only includes the Santa Monica Memories cosmetic pack. I think the deluxe edition is pretty much worthless. It's either you get the base game or you get the premium edition. Definitely do not get the deluxe edition. I think that's a waste. The pre-order bonus will get you the Bloodlines Nostalgia Jukebox featuring music from Rick Schaefer, and that's across the board on all editions. You'll get the Bloodlines Nostalgia Jukebox. So there you go with that as far as the various editions and the final clan trailer. And then also, system requirements for the game have dropped. I think this is a game that's going to be very popular on PC. Might even end up being the place most people play the game on. And given that they have really gone all out in terms of making sure this game is going to be playable across the board while it's not Steam Deck verified yet, looking at the minimum requirements, this is right in line with what would be able to be ran on the deck. So minimum 1080p 30 frames per second at low settings, and remember the deck is 800p. You're looking at an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 or an RX 480. Those GPUs are years and years old. Maybe those GPUs were big around the time this game kicked off development, but I digress. You know, at this point, those are very much older GPUs. Intel Core i3 8350K or an AMD Ryzen 3 3300X, and then 8 gigs of RAM for minimum. Recommended 1080p 60 FPS at high settings. You're looking at an RTX 3060 Ti or an RX 6700 XT. Intel Core i5 12600K and an AMD Ryzen 5 5600X, 16 gigs of RAM on that. 1440p 60 FPS at a high. You're looking at an RTX 3070 or an AMD Radeon RX 7700 XT. An Intel Core i5 12600K and an AMD Ryzen 5 5600X and 16 gigs of RAM. For 4K at 60 frames per second at high settings, an RTX 4080 or a Radeon RX 7900 XTX, an i7 13700K, Ryzen 7 5800X 3D, 16 gigs of RAM. I give them a lot of credit because here they have also been transparent on whether or not it's utilizing DLSS. They have a separate tier list of system requirements for DLSS, which I really appreciate. So I assume with the 4 that I just went through, it's with all of the AI upscaling and whatnot turned off. So I find that rather impressive. 2K with DLSS enabled 60 frames per second. Again, 1440p DLSS Super Res at Performance Ultra. You're looking at an RTX 3060 Ti or an RTX 5060. Intel Core i5 12600K and an AMD Ryzen 5 5600X and 16 gigs of RAM. 4K with DLSS and frame gen set to 2x. You're looking at an RTX 4070 or an RTX 5060 Ti and an Intel Core i7 13700K and a Ryzen 7 5800X, 16 gigabytes. And then Ultra 4K DLSS and multi-frame gen at 4x, and that's to get 240 frames per second for those of you that want to get that. That's at the Ultra Graphics preset. By the way, the presets with DLSS enabled, that's one step higher than the high settings that recommended 2K and 4K have, so, you know, keep that in mind. There is a high setting and then there's an ultra setting, but if you want to get 240 FPS at 4K with a multi-frame gen and DLSS set to performance, you're looking at an RTX 5080, i7 13700K, Ryzen 7 5800X. Honestly, if you have a 5080, I doubt anybody's really gonna be playing with those specific settings, but nonetheless, I appreciate them offering it. More than anything, how about one interesting note? Game is 30 gigabytes. How about that in an era of, you know, 100 gigabyte games, even 70 gigabyte games? Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 coming in at a solid 30 gigabytes. You know, I appreciate that these days. You know, storage space has become a finite quantity for many of us, and, you know, a game that's a relatively big RPG by the looks of it, being only 30 gigabytes, hey, I can definitely appreciate that. So there is the extended system requirements for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Now, at this point, we don't have specifications on the performance options on consoles. Once we get that, I will let you guys know, but I do think it's a good sign that they do have these extended system requirements. Now, if you are looking to play this game maxed out at 4K without using DLSS, like, buckle up. You're going to need a good PC, so keep that in mind. We'll see how it ultimately translates to the final product, but that is going to do it for me. Again, we got the final clan trailer for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Pre-order the game to get the music jukebox. That's across any edition. If you are looking to get a higher end edition, again, deluxe edition, nobody should be going for that. Like, it's absolutely worthless. If you want to get a higher end edition, it's the premium edition, or just go get the base game. That's really the route you should go. And then we went over the system requirements as well. Game is out October the 21st. That'll do it for me. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. Let me know your excitement level for Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. Sound off down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.